It's another beautiful day to share another tea time session with us at Heritage Royal Books. And I still remain your host, Omon Bolaji. On today's episode, I have here with me Shola. And today we are going to be having a discussion. We are going to be talking about climate change versus real estate, how it has impacted, how it has influenced this industry, things you should look forward to as, investors, as developers, as everyone related to the real estate industry. So, over to you, Shola. I know you have some points that you want to dish out for us today.
Well, when you think investments, right, a lot of people, smart investors actually dive their focus into real estate because it's actually a great way to build wealth. It's actually a great way to grow your wealth.
Exactly.
But there are some there are issues that might affect the demand and value of rural investors. So climate change is actually one of the most pressing global issues.
Yeah.
So, with far-fetching impact on many aspects of our lives, including real estate.
Yes.
Yet, surprisingly, a lot of property buyers still don't grasp how significant climate change affects real estate. Yeah. So as the temperature increases, extreme weather events such as floods, hurricane, and so many more will are actually becoming frequent and severe. Luckily, Nigeria is a blessed country.
Thank God for
That
that.
we barely experience a lot
All
of
of these
this
natural disasters and stuff.
is actually that other countries that face worst. So, but there are a lot of things we do not face, but there are something that are frequent and severe.
Yes.
Which is rising sea level. I think that happens in every country. But Lagos, let's use Lagos for example, as being the commercial hub in Nigeria.
Okay.
A lot of people want to come to Lagos for their opportunities, their jobs. So Lagos is actually crowded with people.
Exactly.
So when the sea level rises, it leads to floods.
Exactly. Almost
Right?
everywhere.
Exactly. So in a year you can get like seasonal flooding in Lekki, Ikoyi, places that are so prone
Yeah,
to floods.
even as far as the mainland at times, there's some parts of the mainland like
Yes.
Agege at times gets flooded during the rainy season and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, being real estate being the best investment ever you can put your money so that you are guaranteed that you can leave something for your generation.
Exactly.
But climate change just don't affect the physical property, it also affects the value and demand of the certain properties.
Okay.
So let's look for eventually everybody know when some people, smart investors, not just those ones that just want to pour their money into something because everyone environment is beautiful, there are celebrities everywhere, there are people everywhere that you when they say that you are living in this area, you're like a big boy and a big girl.
Because for example, if you are living in Ikoyi, you are a big boy. Or you are living somewhere around the Atlantic now. Oh,
that's the only thing. Some people like have a mind to like pour their money into like their bag actually. But for smart investors, they key into things like this because if, for example, now like and all of smart investors will say, life is beautiful. Ikoyi is beautiful. Like it's very beautiful, but they just don't see the beauty of it, but they see the climate issue around that those areas. So when it's raining, those are the things that they focus on. Those are the things that they're like, no, 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 this will not actually be a good investment for me because times like this, because of how that place is prone to like flaws and everything, it could affect your property, it could affect the value of the property.
exactly.
And a lot of people who want to buy because of that.
Okay.
The demand for that property is there will it will still increase, but if everyone knows that this property, this area is always flooded and everything,
And there is practically no solution or anything coming for
the government is not working towards it.
Yes.
So, and it's climate change is actually very serious. So it's an opportunity for developers, investors to actually key into this climate issue going on in Nigeria regarding flooding and everything. So when you are actually investing in property, these are things you have to watch out for. Is it a total dry land? Is it a land that's prone to floods? Is it a land that when you build the foundation system firm from years to come? Nothing.
You even need to consider if you are buying in a particular place, if your foundation is going to be below the heads or above the
Exactly. So these are things you have to key into. So there are other climate issues like deforestation, like increase in building materials. That's also affecting real estate generally. So that's also affecting real estate. So for home first time buyers, people who want to put in their money into something that will grow their wealth should actually key into things when you are inspection is actually very important. So it's not just buying a property or buying a land. You have to like go for a physical inspection to get to know what issue that surrounds that property, that surrounds that area and everything before putting your money into it. And for developers, you have to create like eco-friendly things
and very
sustainable like properties that even though if something happen, it could there's a way it could avoid not letting people relocate to other states because of that issue. So, and it will also reduce the value of a property. It will still
Exactly.
increase the demand for that property.
Yeah.
So, it's for the real estate developer to also sit down, think about what are the new things we want to invest? What are the new ideas we want to put into place that would solve some of these climate issues that we are facing in Nigeria relating to real estate? So well so far I think there are so many, but so far the most frequent and severe climate issue we're facing in Nigeria is mostly floods and not mostly there will be a season in Nigeria in some part of the states where it could rain for days, for weeks, which will not increase the sea level and it will cause flooding in some areas in those states. So we have to see that like we can't just keep letting this thing happen because it's also affecting the real estate industry. A lot of people don't want to stay in that state. A lot of people relocated more state that has a dry land and that the value of your property will depreciate. So what are real estate developer doing to make this easy for property buyers? What are you doing to put in to make that environment or that property like sustainable for those people to live in?
Okay, I think I'll pick it up from there because based on my own personal experience going on site for inspections and the likes, I've noticed something of recent, especially in places like Awoyaya, Shongotedo, yes, coming towards this Ibejuleji axis. I take a look at some of the structures they put on. Maybe they want to build just even if it's just a bungalow. Yeah, or maybe just even if it is a duplex or terrace, whatever structure developers are putting on. I'm talking about recently.
Yeah.
I noticed developers are doing their best to make sure that the foundations are laid for buildings right now in Lagos are all above the earth level, which is actually a good development.
Yeah.
So we can't predict whether they will flood or not, judging from the fact that Lagos is more of water than
Yeah.
but putting that in place and also introducing good and cheap drainage system, not just drainage system, they're even including, good sewage system, all these biodigester stuff like that. All of those things are ways of developers, real estate developers in Nigeria are trying to, move along with the change in climate and that. And also you talked about deforestation. I also noticed that late last year, some developers have started introducing sustainable, eco-friendly environments. Like they now introduce green homes. So instead of you just buying a smart home, you can now buy a smart and green. That is technology in addition with, eco-friendly environments, which is actually a very good development.
Yeah, it's true.
So judging from the fact that Lagos is a big economic hub, and whether we like it or not, we'll keep, pulling down trees, burning bushes, because a lot of people home or abroad, investors that are not even Nigerians, want to come into this hub, into the city to invest, to do business. So
Yeah.
it is not like there's nothing we can do to control that. But there is something we can do to maintain that. And that is the introduction of eco-friendly, sustainable homes and environment.
Yeah.
So I would actually give it to the investors, and not just the investors, I will give it to the developers, especially the developers in Lagos. They are
Yeah.
doing a very good job. And as I round up, I would also try to, give the Lagos state government their heart. They are doing a very good job. Talk about last year, December, last year, real estate summit. A lot of things has been said about building sustainable homes in Lagos,
Yeah.
making Lagos not just an economic place, but also a place that people can easily call home. And as you can see that they are doing a lot of things. Drainage system in Lagos now, it is more like they are paying extra attention.
Yeah.
Yes, we have regulatory bodies coming to check on your estate, on your development right now to know if the structure you are putting up is according to the standard of
Yeah.
what you put up in that area. Soil testing is now mandatory. So you can't just put up an high-rise building of 9 floor on a particular place in Ibejuleki, right? Before you can, I'm just saying that as an example, before you can put up that kind of structure, the Lagos state government, the body in charge of that will come and test the soil. So even if your structure is already at the third floor, in as much as the floor and the soil is being tested, and I notice that this can only take nothing more than four, buildings, you either stop that construction. And if you decide to be stubborn, yes, according to what was discussed in our last, real estate summit, if you decide to be stubborn, don't blame the government for coming after you and pulling down your structure. So I would like to give it to the developers, to the realtors out there, real estate agents, and also the Lagos state government for putting all of these things into consideration and working hard towards it. So as we round up, I would like to assure every urban investor, home or abroad, that it is a great time to invest in Nigeria. It is a great time to invest in real estate in Nigeria. You don't need to be scared. You don't need to, nothing is going scot free. Any developer that does one thing that is against the regulations of real estate, especially in Lagos, believe me, you are facing the panel. So I want to say that it is a great time for you as an investor to continue or start investing in real estate in Nigeria, not just in Lagos alone, spread out your investment over states or your states. The government are doing excellently well. Even as far as Abuja or Osun State, they are doing perfectly well to make Nigeria real estate market one of the best in the whole world. So thank you so much, Shola, for this session, and I would love to have you another time to discuss further about things going on in the real estate industry. I want to say a big thank you to every of our viewers for spending their time to watch this session. We hope that you've learned one thing or the other, and right now you can make a smart investment decision for yourself. So, to the next time you share another time session with me, I hope you stay safe and I wish you happy Valentine in advance.